Hey everybody, today we're going to go over some exercises with single-step equations. Actually, not just single-step equations, just equations in general. They start with single-step and they get more complicated. So, yeah, we're going to jump right into it. If you have any questions, please either put them in the comments section or shoot me an email, obviously, or ask in class, even better. Here we go. So x plus 18 equals 9. We're going to get rid of the constant here. We're going to use the inverse operation, so instead of addition, we're going to subtract. We're going to subtract 18 from both sides. And 9 take away 18 is going to be negative 9. Here we have k minus negative 8 equals 18. When you subtract a negative, you're actually adding. So we're going to rewrite this problem. We're going to say k plus 8 equals 18. Then we're going to use the inverse operation, which is subtraction. And 18 take away 8 would be 10. And at any point, you can always go ahead and plug these numbers back in and check. So for example, negative 9 plus 18 is 9, and 10 minus negative 8 is 18. You can always just plug them in and check if you want to, if you feel so inclined. All right, here we have x over 15 equals 17. So the inverse operation of division is multiplication. So we're going to multiply both sides by 15. Oh, totally just flung my shake bottle across the room by accident. I don't know my 15 tables. But it actually looks like I did this problem earlier. So 15 times 17 is 255. So x equals 255, because those cancel out, and 17 and 15 is 255. Here, same deal, we have the double negatives. We're going to rewrite that. So we're going to write negative 14 equals x plus 1. The inverse operation of addition is subtraction, so we're going to subtract 1 from both sides. And negative 14 minus 1 would be negative 15, so x is equal to negative 15. Let me know if I make a mistake too, by the way, because I'm going fairly quickly, so quite likely I could make a mistake here. Negative 7 over 11 is equal to x over 11. So again, this is division, so the inverse operation is multiplication. We're going to multiply by 11. So when we multiply this by 11, this would cancel out. So we're going to have negative 7 left over, and x would be over here. So x equals negative 7. Here, okay, this can be confusing for students. So addition is taking place, but the number we're adding is negative. So we're actually going to add 18. Okay? It's called the additive inverse, right? So this would cancel, and then negative 10 plus 18 would be positive 8. So r is equal to positive 8. Okay. Now these problems get a little more complicated. So we have distribution here. So negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. Negative 2 times negative 8n is positive 16n. And 102 is here. So now we have negative 10 plus 16n equals 102. So let's get rid of our constant first. So we're going to add 10 to both sides. And 16n equals 112. Now we're going to divide both sides by our coefficient, which is 16. So let's see what happens here. So 112 divided by 16 equals 7. So n is equal to 7. Okay. Here, we're going to distribute the 7. So 7 times negative 7 is negative 49. 7 times negative 8r would be negative 56r. And bring down 119. We're going to add 49 to both sides. And negative 56r equals, is that 168? I think it is. Let's double check just to be safe. 119 plus 49. Yep, 168. It's always good to check. And we're going to divide both sides by negative 56 because that's our coefficient. So or multiply by the multiplicative inverse, however you want to think about it. I believe this is negative 3. Let's double check that. Divide by 56. Yep. And a positive divided by negative is negative, so negative 3. Okay, number 9. We're going to distribute this negative 4. Negative 4 times 6 is negative 24. Negative 4 times negative 5 is positive 20r. And we're going to bring this stuff down. So we have variables on both sides. I'm going to move them with the smaller coefficient. I just like to do that when we get to inequalities. You'll see why. So we're going to add r to both sides. So 20r plus 1r is 21r. So negative 24 plus 21r equals 18. We're going to add 24 to both sides. 21r equals, what, 42, I believe? Yeah, 42. And we're going to divide by the coefficient, which in this case is 21. So r will equal 2. There we go. Here we're going to distribute the 6. So we have negative 2p minus 8 equals 6 parentheses 6p minus 7 minus 4p. We're going to distribute the 6. So negative 2p minus 8 equals 36p minus 42 minus 4p. Did I do that right? Yeah, I did that right. I think I did. Let's combine like terms. We have negative 4p and 36p. So this will equal 32p minus 42. And then negative 2p minus 8. So we're going to move the negative 2p. So we're going to add 2p because that's the smaller coefficient. It's 2p. So we have negative 8 equals 34p minus 42. We're going to add 42 to both sides. And that will equal 34 equals 34p. I ran out of room here. Sorry, guys. We're going to divide by 34. So p is equal to 1. I should have written that smaller. Sorry about that. All right, so the last two. Here we go. Number 11. Ooh, look at this. We have double distribution. So we're going to distribute the negative 5, and we're going to distribute the negative 7. So this 2v comes down. Negative 5 times 7 is negative 35. Negative 5 times 2v is negative 10v. Negative 7 times negative 8 is positive 56. Negative 7 times 3v is negative 21v. Okay. We're going to combine the 2v and the negative 10v. 2 take away 10 is negative 8v minus 35. And then we're going to bring this down. All right, so this is the smaller one. So we're going to add 21v to both sides. And this will equal 13v. I think, yeah, 13v. Yeah, 13v. Minus 35 equals 56. And we're going to add 35 to both sides. So we have 13v equals 91. So we're going to divide both sides by 13. I think this is 7. Let's double check that. 91 divided by 13. Yep, 7. Cool. There we go. All right, last one. Here we are. It's another double distribution. I'm actually going to draw underneath it because I ran out of room above it. So I'll just draw the arrows right there. So negative 6k and is in there. Okay, distribute those. So negative 6 times k is negative 6k. Negative 6 times 4 is negative 24. Equals 3 times 3 is, sorry, 3 times 3k is 9k. And 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. All right, so now we're going to move the variable with the smaller coefficient, which in this case is negative 6k. So we're going to add 6k to both sides. You can move the other k. It doesn't matter. Like if you subtract 9k to both sides instead, you'll still eventually get the same answer. So don't sweat it. The only reason I'm doing that is because when we get to inequalities, it does make our lives easier if we do it this way. But you get the same answer. Just, you know, you do what works for you. 9k plus 6k is 15k minus 9. And we're going to get rid of our constant. So we're going to add 9 to both sides. And negative 24 plus 9 would equal negative 15. So negative 15 equals positive 15k. We're going to divide by our coefficient, which is 15. And negative 15 divided by positive 15 is negative 1. And that's that. Let me zoom out here so you can see the whole thing. Let's see. There we go. So that's the back side. And this is the front side. Okay, so hopefully that answers any questions you guys had. Let me know if I made any mistakes. Let me know if you still have any questions. Take it easy.